Good morning, children, and this is English grammar. Yesterday we did present tense and all the four forms of present tense. Now today we are going to do past tense, and again, like present tense, past tense also have four forms, and the first is simple past, then we have past continuous, then the third is past perfect, and the fourth one is past perfect continuous. Now in simple past we will see that the verb, it is in simple present the verb is in the first form. All right, now but in past tense, in simple past, the verb is in the second form. So like in simple present, suppose we take this example, he writes a letter. So now writes here is in the first form. So the verb here is in the first form. But when we do a sentence of simple past, then we see that writes becomes the second form of verb. So here write is in the first form in the simple present, and this writes will change into wrote in simple past, where wrote is in the second form of verb. So he wrote a letter. Now the second form of past tense is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense, now there are two words like we did in present tense. We have has and have, but in here in past continuous we have two words. This is take it as a rule of past continuous. Now past continuous is again like which is in continuation. So in past continuous, the action which is going on, which was going on in the past. So here we are going to write about it. Now we use was for singular. For single person we use was, and if there are more people, then we use were. So more than one we use were, and for single we use was. So this is singular and this is for plural. Now here we write he was or verb plus the first form of verb plus ing. So whatever the verb is, so the verb ing will be added to the first form of verb. Let's take the example. He was writing a letter. Now he was, this is past, then write is, if you take just write is the simple present verb, or you can say the verb in the first form. But when we add ing to it, it becomes continuous. So he was writing a letter. So now you see that was is here plus the first form of verb and plus ing. So he was writing a letter. Any verb which is in the first form, if you add ing to it, becomes that is regarded as continued. Then we have the third form of past tense, that is the past perfect. Now in past perfect we have just one, just remember there is only one word that is used, that is had, which is used for singular also and plural also. Now here had, so this is the rule, you can just remember this, had plus verb in the third form. So that means in the simple past we saw that the verb is in the second form. Then in past continuous we saw that the verb in the first form but ing is added to it. Then in past perfect we have had here plus the verb which is in the third form. Now, he had written. So, what is the third form of write? That is written. So, this is the verb. He had written a letter. Then we move on to past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous again had is there plus been. Now in present perfect continuous we did had, has or have plus being plus verb plus ing. So here also in past perfect continuous we just have one word, that is had. With had we are going to add or use been plus verb in the first form plus ing. So had been first form of verb and ing to it. So for example, he had been writing a letter. So had is here plus we have been plus we have the first form of verb and ing to it. So he had been writing a letter. Now we've done two tenses, that is present and past, and all the four forms of tenses. Tomorrow we will do the future tense, and for now I am giving you some sentences or exercises which you are going to do in your English A register. Now children, I think there is a lot of confusion between you all where to do which work. See, due to lockdown we can understand that you do not have the registers or the notebooks, but when you get, what you have to do is actually you have two books, Beehive and Moments. These two work is supposed to be done in two different registers, but because of the lockdown you may not have any extra register or notebook, so you can divide your register in two, and then in one half, in the first half you can do your literature work, that is consisting both the books. So Beehive and Moments you can do in the first half of the register, and the language part you can do in the second half of the register. But still, if you have any spare register with you, and if you wish to do it in that register, the English A work, then you're most welcome to do it. All right. Now till the next class, good day.